That commercial was
That
wild.
commercial was about. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka! Out here they call it missing. Shout outs to the guys who never miss. Shouts to
I can. What a wild ass way to start this.
shouts to all my I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know where you go.
America is in a moment of
It's a weird moment to be American right now. It's very weird.
yes, America is a place of uncertainty right now.
Yeah, it's
The craziness of what actually occurred yesterday with a failed
assassination
attempt on the former presidential candidate Donald Trump.
It's
WWE Hall of Famer, you know what I mean? They would have had a moment of silence on Raw for him.
They probably would have. It just
Reality TV star,
it's crazy how
convicted felon.
34-time convicted felon.
You know what I mean? Damn.
I don't understand waiting trial for another one. It's just nuts, man. Like Ronald Reagan, I think, was the last one that they attempted to do this to.
Yeah. Does the shoe count at Bush? I would have been scared. What if it was steel toe?
What, one of those that has like the knife that
The pointy knife in the end? Yeah.
At the end.
You don't know.
Hey, you don't know.
I mean?
I don't know what spy technology is out there.
He was bombing half
Wow,
the planet. So
Wow, Wow,
why
West out
wouldn't
here.
people? I understand why people would be mad at him.
Hey. But in our life, I didn't think we were gonna see that attempted in our lifetime.
You didn't think so? You didn't think we were due?
Nah, bro. Think about it. Secret Service is out here like a week beforehand.
Secret Service was exposed yesterday.
Super exposed.
Just how like teams get exposed, you think they're elite, and they play like LAFC getting exposed against the Columbus last night.
Yep.
It was like that.
Like
they were
that.
like, "Yo, y'all don't really that one female officer was fumbling, trying to put the gun back in the holster." Like
Son, the hot mic, them talking about
That was
what
the
do we
first
do now?
time-
What do we do now? We're
think
on
about
you.
it. Think about this. That was the first time they were all ever called into action
Yeah.
in their careers, probably.
Probably, yeah. Like that, yeah, for sure. Because he's been like throwing stuff at him during like one of these rallies
Yeah.
before. One of them was in like a hangar, which was crazy. But I think it was like somebody heard a pop somewhere in the background and then they just happened to jump on him. But yeah, like, son, the dude really like if it's not my tinfoil we was on it yesterday.
Yeah, we had tinfoil hats, heavy duty,
Heavy duty. But if it's not staged and it's not, all that extra shit,
Reynolds and shit.
it's not that. How is it that you're letting this man come back up without confirmation that
There isn't a second
shooter?
second shooter.
Yeah, like
There's no magic bullet waiting for him.
there's not like what are you doing? It's
Down
cra-
and to the left.
This is our tax. Like,
Down
our tax
and-
dollars pays for that security. Like, and on top of that, you got snipers literally in the frame of the shot of the pun intended, but in the frame of the camera shot, you see the snipers looking in that very direction.
Yeah.
So how is it that your own people that are supposed to be spotting left, you're supposed to be an
It's
owl,
supposed to be protecting you.
and again, the reason why our tinfoil is even more on, because later on throughout the night and today this morning, you see that people were actually telling the police, "Hey, well, there's somebody up there that doesn't look like they're part of this. Like, can you go check it out?" And it was multiple people.
Because now it's now. Listen, we were a couple inches away of being in a country of total lockdown.
Yeah.
New World Order shit. You know what I mean? Like if they would actually clip them.
Oh man,
You don't know how the country.
We don't
There
know.
could have been national curfews. We don't know what would go on martial law. We do not know the intensity of what would happen nowadays. Oh, when President Kennedy got killed, there was this and that. Okay, but we're in a different world now. So it's just scary how hopefully, I don't know how to say this nicely, but like hopefully our country doesn't continue going down this path, which in whichever way presidential elections go, continue going down the path of like
the divisiveness that's out there. And I know guys out there
It's
like
bad, bro.
I know we don't really talk a lot about politics and
What about what about the revenge? Because now Joe Biden
what happened was a little wild.
Joe Biden got to be on point. Like when he goes out, now their security's gonna be like, now we got to take.
What really worries me,
security,
worries me about this whole thing is, say what you want about this guy, about Trump. Trump is a very he knows how to rile his base up. He knows how to move his base around, right? You can't deny it. There's a reason why he got into power. There's a reason why January 6th happened. There's a reason why he, even though there may not be fucking big or as big as he says it is, he still gets rallies. My man was in the Bronx, bro. Like, and you got legit like Latinos now siding with this man. He knows how to move people. He popped up and was like, fight.
Yeah,
fight.
That New York City, that Queens grit came out.
Like, bro, how you like he's out. That's what he was yelling. And he was like, wait, fight. And it was like, bro, you're telling now people out there who literally have been waiting for your green light to fight.
Yeah.
And in New York, at least in New York City, it may sound like, or you may not be exposed to a lot of the, I don't call it crazy, because the one thing that we fuck up is calling people crazy. These people are very in their right mind, just they're headed in a different direction than you are. There are people out there, man, that are fully like, weapons is ready, they're tactical. Like New York City, we're in a bubble of our own, like, you know, freedoms, or not freedoms, but more of like our own like liberalness that comes from living here, where we kind of just are always like, this is very a blue city, and because the majority of the people live here from the state tends to be blue. Yeah. But once you leave New York City, the country is very different than what we're used to.
The country is very different, bro.
It's very different.
Very different.
So when you have people that are waiting for someone like this to go fight, there are people out there who are literally
ready to go rock and roll. You know,
bro, I say this all the time. Like when Obama was elected, I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma that night. The militia was ready to ride that night. They legit had a parade ready with their M16s just in the air, waving their flags. Like they thought that day was gonna be like the day of reckoning, and that was just because Barack Obama was elected. Now you got this man saying fight. I don't know what's happening, bro. Like people, the country is something.
Let's just go.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
And
he really, my man got hit with a bloody ear. That little drip, little
blade job right there. You know what I mean?
I know they had a close up of the ear, and I'm like, that ear was not shot.
Damn, bro, just a bit outside.
Bam.
It looks scary times, bro.
It really was, bro.
And funny times, because the internet is phenomenal right now. It is hot right now. It's like,
the memes are memeing.
We thought it was gonna be just a soccer weekend focus on the internet. Nope. They got something rocking and rolling.
If you're an American soccer fan, the internet this weekend is your friend.
Also because Canada played Uruguay in a third place game. Yeah.
And the
worst thing the American soccer fan wanted to see was going to see on Twitter was Canada winning third place at their first ever Copa America game,
and it almost happened.
Until the very end of Luis Suarez with a game-tying goal in the stoppage time, I believe, going into penalties. And of course, I picked Uruguay to win in penalties because of the experience level and all this other stuff. Alfonso Davis, he experienced there with the Panenka off the crossbar, a la Messi versus Ecuador.
Yeah, he tried to.
But this one cost him the game. That one cost him the game. Yeah. If he makes it, they continue kicking. If he misses, it's over. But he missed. It's over. Canada lost, but a respectful performance to Canada. You know, they deserved a little.
Canada, I feel like the biggest, one of the biggest like FU to U.S. soccer this weekend was the fact that Canada, who is your CONCACAF rival, up and comer, made it to the World Cup for the first time, and now a fourth place finish in their first Copa America, which matches USA's Copa America history.
Yep.
You have Jesse Marsh, who I know we have our club history against Jesse Marsh, but the dude has been at least out there coaching, and went quote unquote went for the interview for the USMNT job. Went through that process, got shitted on. He comes into Canada 6 weeks in, and has them
playing for third place,
and
winning into the 90th minute.
Yeah, giving it with some players on the bench. He wasn't playing with a full squad.
Yeah, he played a little bit more rotated squad. I don't want to say B team rotated squad, but
2 weeks, bro.
Jesse Marsh poo-pooed them badly
straight
on
up.
The press conference. The U.S. national team. He's like he wouldn't even consider the job unless there was like overhaul of
the whole back, like the
whole front office
organization.
The organization. This is showing the third worldness of the U.S.
Straight up,
even the Soccer Federation is in the mud.
Straight up said, I don't think I'll ever work there if there's not a change in the organization. Like that's for a U.S. coach who has or had the ambitions to be a U.S. manager to say that. Well, it's fucked up in there.
Yeah,
know it took us a week and some change to fire Berhalter.
Hopefully, this kind of like to spark in the U.S. Federation to get it right, to finally get it right. Because if they don't get it right, it's clear that it's on the people, Matt Crockett, people make the decision makers. It's like it's not good up there. You got to start over, or really start over. Or else the 2026 World Cup is going to be in another throwaway tournament for the U.S. Right. We have the talent to potentially compete in the group stage, get out the group stage, and you never know what happens from there. But if you're not giving yourself a chance at that point, it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, and it just showed that somebody like Jesse can go in, like, what was it, his 7th game?
Something because he played 2 friendlies before the tournament, which was his first 2 games, and then the tournament.
Look at that.
And he's played 3, 4,
and
5,
they were in it,
6.
bro. They were in it against Argentina, and they were in it against Uruguay.
Yeah.
So you can't take anything away from that performance.
The only teams that they lost in regulation time was Argentina.
Look at that.
Everybody else, they drew or beat.
So I think Canada has everything to hold their hat on.
Yeah.
They leave the tournament.
Kings of CONCACAF right now.
Right now, honestly, yeah. Because Mexico definitely in there. Talking about Mexico taking the L in the friendly to the U.S. women's.
Yeah.
We thought that maybe that would have been a highlight of being American this weekend, but nope.
They were celebrating the 25th anniversary of the 1999 Women's World Cup champions, the 99ers.
999.
The Niners. The 99ers.
They get a lot of love.
Yes, they do. The whole squad was in attendance. I believe the whole squad was in attendance, and they lifted the trophy up and everything. Hooray!
Nah, so yeah, a team that actually won World Cups. So I don't know. Going forward, U.S. in the mud, Canada's on the up. Who's to see? What's the next one? Gold Cup, Nations League.
Nations League, I think start, and then the Gold Cup is in next summer. The Gold Cup is next summer. I think the U.S. has to win the Gold Cup automatically to consider, but now the Canadian team is probably a favorite.
Yeah,
they should be the favorite right now.
Yeah, if they continue on the track that they're going, maybe get a little bit more like. If they can develop, or maybe not,
they have a friendly game against the U.S. coming up in September, which I think is retarded. But yeah,
if some better defenders can come up through a system and get maybe into like some high level teams, Canada definitely has their forwards are all playing European football. They're all playing a high level football. Like it's not just like I'm in Belarus.
Yeah, they have the same. They have against the Uruguay team we were talking about yesterday watching the game. That they have very similar talent in playing in Europe. Maybe they're not at the top level leagues, but they're in secondary leagues, but at the top clubs of those leagues.
And unlike US, because we mentioned it as well, they do have one player that can constantly be considered best in his position in the world.
In the world, yeah.
So Canada has all the building blocks just to kind of honestly just leapfrog US for a little bit if they play the cards right. So US get the coach that's needed, and honestly, sometimes just you got to get some MLS people in there. One thing about the Copa America that everybody was saying was how almost every team that has done well has had some MLS players in there. Yeah, you need the hunger. You need players that go in there with a little bit of I got to prove myself.
Jesse Marsh went up to Bielsa.
Dude, I almost had you.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Oh man, but.
But from one NFL stadium, half empty NFL stadium, to another half empty empty stadium, the Chicago
Fuego.
Soldier Stadium is called, I believe, right?
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field in the greater Chicago area. Chicagodero. I have not said that once today to the third take. So this got to be the one that works. Chicagodero.
NYCFC plays Chicago.
Gadero in Soldier Field. But wait, real quick, the Chicago wasn't in Copa America.
No, Chicago
The
Field
city
was
of Chicago was not in a host city for Copa America, and they're not a host city for the World Cup.
They're saying we're trying to keep our tax dollars.
Yes,
No money.
The people who run the city were like, listen, we have a deficit, or we need the money allocated for other resources, other things. We don't have the money to host these events because, for those who don't know, when you host these events, Copa America and especially the World Cup, the city or the state or the country puts up the whole bill. You know, they pay for everything, which is wild because even the jobs in the World Cup, they're all volunteer jobs.
Look at that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That is crazy. FIFA don't even pay the employees.
Yeah. The whole, I think the pitch is you'll make back your money
on the tourism
side of things, and it's like okay,
yeah.
Man,
because FIFA also keeps the ticket money.
My man hit you with the Herbalife. Like, if you purchase this product, and then you can sell it, think about the profits. And
also, like stadiums like MetLife Stadium, which sells Pepsi, would cannot sell Pepsi. It would be Coca-Cola because they only serve the products that are sponsored to the FIFA.
Yeah.
For the
Also,
World Cup.
I know maybe you didn't check this because since you don't drink. At the Copa match I went to with Uruguay and Bolivia, they stopped selling alcohol at the halftime and not the 70th minute.
That's not out of the ordinary. I feel like that happens in a lot of places.
I'm used to the MLS rule of the 70th minute. Yeah.
But it also seems like it's a stadium by stadium protocol. Because I saw somewhere else that said the 74th minute or something.
Look at that, you see?
So I think it's a stadium by stadium ordeal. But yeah.
Could be.
Capitalism.
But we were noticing yesterday watching the match. Hey, the one stadium that had grass been a big topic with the Copa. Even them having grass, not bueno.
The grass wasn't that great. It seemed very unkept.
Unkept, and what was it? It was kind of lower league South American.
And lower and bottom of the table South American teams, like really small clubs. Like the grass was bumpy. It did everything the Copa America fields did without the patches. You know what I mean? Like without it stitching together.
It was like the turf, the grass fields that were put on top of the turf for Copa. We're just trying to emulate the grass field that was on
like
top,
as long as we get it to that quality, we should be okay.
We should be all right.
You know, but the point is that like even in grass stadium fields, it might not be perfect.
Yeah,
it still might not be perfect, and that's exactly how the grass was and the field was there. Also, shockingly, what's going on at Chicago? I feel like we say this every year.
Yeah.
Every time we go to Chicago, it's like, where are their fans? How come they can't draw more people? They're an older team. And I don't want to say OG, but like came in '98. They was first part of expansion. Like they're Chicago's a big town.
But
you know,
when I think about Chicago, funny enough, like we like basketball.
En verdad. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Leaving the money on the table and be like, yo.
Man of the people.
Man of the people.
If he ever wins, that dude's a straight up. It's a statue's already being made. If
I bet you he wouldn't miss.
Yo, this man. But so with Chicago, like Chicago Bulls fans, they get the rep of they always show up for their team.
Yes.
Right? The Bears have a history of their people show up for the team.
Bears.
But so I don't know. Oh, Blackhawks. I don't know. I watch hockey enough, but maybe Blackhawks also have that kind of rep. But I know for the fact the Bulls do, and the players also say like, no, Chicago, like our fans are always there. How is it that the soccer community in Chicago never really show up like that?
And especially with a large Latino based community.
Yeah.
So, in that area, in the Chicago and outer area, like the media area, like there's a lot of Latino, Latin American influence out there. I feel like they should be doing way better. They don't, and
I know the team hasn't been doing well for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
and they're definitely fed up because we heard it by the end of it. They were booing the shit out of them.
They booed them at the end of the game. So let's get into this game real quick with the lineup. The lineup goes as follows: Matt Friesen, goal. Mitchell Lineage on the right, Thiago Martins, Hannah Savage. I guess Burke Risa is still out, but on the bench. Christian McFarland making his, I believe, first MLS start. Yeah, in the midfield, we got Perea, Sands, and Parks. That it sounds like very defensive.
Yeah.
Santi Rodriguez, Alonso Martinez, and Hannes Wolf up top.
Yeah.
What's your initial thoughts on the lineup when the lineup came out and the game had started?
The whole day, I was thinking,
I'm hungry.
I was thinking, all right, with all the injuries we have, are we going to go... First of all, Chicago sucks, so we can go a little bit more offensive. We can maybe do a 3 in the back kind of setup, the whole shebang. So in my head, I'm thinking Sands comes back and becomes he's on the line, and we're pushing our wingers up. So in my head, I'm thinking Magno starts. Everybody's hurt. Coach is tired of all the.
That's crazy. You think?
So hear me out.
Magno starts.
Hear me out.
After not playing at more than 6 minutes the whole season.
But hear me out.
He comes off. He doesn't even come off the bench. He goes to start.
Hear me out. So I'm thinking, hey, we need to just go in on them. Just go in on Chicago. The coaches probably heard it enough this week from people covering the team. Where's Magno? What are we doing with Magno? Hey, Magno, this and that. There's a third. Bam. Play him. Let's play him. Start him. Go at it. So in my head, I put it in my head that Magno was going to start. When I see he's not there and on the bench, I was like, oh, we are going exactly what the conventional Nick Cushing thinking is. Let's play up to the team that we're facing,
or play down to
them essentially. Because that's what I initially once the game started. That's kind of how it felt for me. Like when you just mentioned that when you said Perea, Parks, and Sands on the midfield.
But it's also the same lineup.
That's not a creative midfield.
It's a similar lineup to what we played last game.
That's not a creative midfield.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, like I didn't have I had my skepticisms, but I still felt confident enough to be like, okay, this lineup had success last week. We are going up against Chicago. Let's see if we can make it boogie woogie woogie with this lineup again. Yeah. All right, quickly. The injury to Perea, which was a foul that didn't get called, wild enough with the studs and everything. The foul to him, I literally said up to that point about the 20. What was the 20th minute? Was it
20? I want to say 23rd if I remember correctly. It was early on for sure, guys.
14th minute.
Ooh,
and the 14th minute off. Up to that point in the match, the game was very flat, and I felt like, listen, all right, Nick, you got 10 plus minutes to see what's going on. You want to spice it up. You want to really
give a little razzle dazzle on this bitch.
Take up Perea got to coming off. Put an offensive player, Thales Magno. Put on Julian Fernandez. Put on Trapito Ojeda.
You have an
our most success this season has come when we have high
press, like
high attack,
just
high
going
energy, high movement from the left hand side with whether it was Ojeda, Malachi Jones,
somebody that can good on their feet with the ball on their feet can like go 1-on-1. That happens. That energy that creates chances for us.
Yes, I felt that after 10 plus minutes at the 14th minute mark, that I felt like that was enough sample size to realize, hey, something it's really bland over there.
Chicago got nobody, bro. What is that you call them?
Chicagadero, like
no. What who is it that plays for Chicago? Like what kind of?
Oh, watching the game, I was like, yo, who are these players? These guys are just a bunch of dudes, bro.
They look like they literally are they're senior in a local university, and Chicago went to scout there.
Just a bunch of guys,
just
bro.
Guys like
a bunch of guys they put together. Hey, you guys want to play a game? Like,
what's up?
Let's go over here. These guys. The goalkeeper's 20 years old. I think his name is Brady.
They all look like they went to Supercuts.
And this guy
I want that number 14.
This guy looks like he's freaking 40 years old. Brady, number 34. Brady. He looks like he's 40 years old. And he's 20. He looks with the mustache, with the hair, the bags under his eyes. Like, goddamn, bro. This guy's just a guy, bro.
Like Nick Cushing knows that you have an $8 million rookie on the bench. Your bench is set up for you to destroy these kinds of players.
Yeah.
These are not players that are ever going to leave MLS.
This was a game that we should have won going into the match, being like, we're going to win this. We do whatever we can to win this match immediately. But at that sub, so he subs in, he puts in Justin Hack. Respectfully, Justin Hack,
Nah.
cool. But as a person, but like as at that position, he played there last week as well. Remember?
Not in that moment.
Not in that moment. You're gonna play the whole. You still got almost 80 minutes of game time to play, and you're gonna put Justin Hack to attack on the wing and defend as an extra defender, as extra defensive midfielder. So you're defending with 7. You're playing that deep. You're defending with 7. The four defensive players and Parks, Sands, and Hack. And then you're just leaving a massive gap on the left-hand side. Justin Hack doesn't have the velocity, the speed to attack forward and to come back, the pace to keep going, the energy. First off, Justin Hack.
This is probably the most minutes he's played in, 2 years?
Shout out to Justin Hack's tan, bro.
Yo, I just came from DR.
I just came from the West Coast.
My tan is not the way
he's darker than us.
So he is.
He got the connection of complexion right now.
My man went to he could go to right now to like one of those Caribbean islands, and they'll be like,
you saw
one of us.
Did you watch Atlanta? The show Atlanta?
Yeah.
Did you see the episode when the dude was giving away college scholarships?
I'm trying to remember. If it's the last season, no, I haven't watched the last season. No.
The guy was giving us college scholarships, but only to black people, and there was this one dude who was half black, half white, and they put him to like the test. Like I started asking him like random questions.
Shouts to Obama, by the way, of reliving the fucking
the skit, the KPO skit. Like my brother.
Back the room.
Yeah.
Justin Hack would have been there. He would have been like, he's like 2%.
Hey,
that would have been Justin Hack. Justin Hack was tan, bro.
Yo, he's gonna come out with braids next game, bro. He better come out with the corn rags, do rag.
McFarlane straight back, the slick back. What is it? Yeah, straight backs. Oh
what?
Man,
the straight back cornrows. Yeah. The cornrows is back.
Oh man, but what a suspect. I'm sorry, but a suspect as sub in that scenario, because Chicago was showing you everything that they had,
and it was nothing.
And it was absolutely nothing. The commentators were saying it. This team does not have defense, nor do they have anything going forward. Kellen Acosta is literally it.
They were sitting as back as we were,
bro. Their star player, Shaqiri, and she. My man said he's not playing right now. He took his little break. And he's not even playing. So they literally have nobody going forward. Mueller is on this fucking team.
Yeah. Former Orlando City.
He used to be from Orlando. And
the town of Orlando.
You telling me that in that amount of time you see that, hey, we might actually have an opportunity to score on these guys. Maybe go up 2-0 in the first half. And you go with Justin Hack? I don't understand that sub. Yeah. I just don't understand. I remember by the end of it, people on all the Twitter sphere was always like, yeah, like a half took place. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that people can say is like, nothing happened in that half. We looked so stagnant. We didn't look like we had an answer for them, and they didn't look like they have an answer for us. It was such a stalemate of a first half that you just realized, like you kept going like, what was happening? Where's it gonna come from? There's nobody's putting a pass in that's nice. Nobody's on. We weren't unlocking their defense. How were we not unlocking their defense? Explain that shit to me.
I don't know. Yo, I'm sorry, but this commercial is distracting the shit out of me right now, bro.
It's okay. This is flowing.
Yeah, but this is about.
Bro, I know. I know what the
I'm like, why are there so many on the screen?
They're not gonna know about it. So I look at
there's a big ass screen. There's bad flying dongs, carrot dongs in my face.
Bam, throwing it off.
Oh man,
but not. Hey yo, hit yourself with an hey yo.
For real, hey, yo, bro. What the fuck was that? I'm sorry, yo. We couldn't penetrate.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Hey, we couldn't penetrate the defense.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh man, that commercial was
that
wild.
commercial was about. Fellers.
Oh man, I'm done.
You know why we couldn't get through? Because there wasn't Santi Rodriguez wasn't allowed the freedom to do what he does normally. Because why? Because he has no one on his left to cover him to give him that give and go pass. He had Justin Hack having to run up and down the field. And Justin Hack, we in the highlight package, the horrendous highlight package that Apple put out. First off, horrible.
It jumps 24.
It doesn't even give you the results of the VAR. It says, "Oh, it's going to VAR," and doesn't even tell you what happens. Justin Hack had a little couple highlight reels of him giving the ball away.
Yeah.
So
there was moments where like, and here's the problem too with the team. Like there are moments,
no creativity.
No, there were moments where like they'll be stuck. Like it looks like they were playing a game of Rondo. It looks like they were training Rondo the whole week because they were be able to like do the little
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
get in between, bam, bam, and on the touchline, like they're getting squeezed and they were able to get out of it. But once you're getting out of it, nothing came about that whatsoever. Like there was a bunch of balls played to Ilinic. Nothing came of that. Like he had a crazy
He
chance.
had a run. What was that? The second half. He had a crazy run where he took the initiative and saw the gapping play where he was able to attack the box.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
And he had a shot that, looking back at all the replay angles, wasn't a great shot, but I respect the attempt. But it was good enough where Alonso Martinez took a deflection. I felt like if he would have gotten a better deflection,
If that was Gloucester, that goes in. All I'm gonna say.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
If Ilinic shot
double cheeked up on a Saturday night
Chris
out in Chicago in the Windy City, making them clap.
All I'm saying, bro. All I'm saying.
Damn. Wow, where are we going with this?
It's off the rails, bro.
This day is off the rails. We've been here all day trying to record this pod and take 3. I'm so mad. Yo, why is it so hot in here?
Because the light has been on for way too long.
Yo, it is blazing hip hop and R&B right here, bro. Like,
it's hot outside. It's hot in here. We have this light going.
Oh my god.
But the team essentially, honestly, like, and don't bullshit. I know they're probably like highlights. This was a boring ass match, bro.
It was not a good. It was not an entertaining match at all.
At all, dude.
It was as a fan wise. It was on our side. It was very frustrating. I was like, come on, man. Let's get something going. Let's get a couple passes together. Get some shots off. I wonder how many shots on target we had. Give me a second.
I feel like statistically we were the better team,
bro. We had 1 shot on target, bro.
But how many shots did we take?
7.
Look at that.
They took 11 shots, got 2 on target.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
On us. How? We had
0.67 expected goals, bro. Like we had nothing going for us.
Dude, go real quick into the second half of subs for us. Cause again, back to the way this dude was substituting.
Okay, so he goes position for position in the 68th minute. Ojeda on for Wolf and Bakar out for Martinez. No tactical change. It's position for position. We're
whatsoever.
Keep going. I would have at that point. I would have been like, okay, either we take either Sands, Parks, or Justin Hack off, right?
I know you said that. I was like, yeah, that's depressing.
That's disrespectful to Hack, but like, you know what? He served his duty. We haven't gotten scored on. There's only 20 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Let's show me something, Nick Cushing. Show me something that you want to actually go for. You just the same lineup, same formation, same tactics, same form of attack wasn't working. So you're just gonna put fresher legs to do the same shit that doesn't work.
And on top, again, I know Bakra gets he could do like hold the play, but again, somebody who's only scored twice so far, like there's no production that you can bring in after you take away Alonso.
Yeah,
because it's like
it's just giving the fresh legs. I still feel like we needed more to be more dynamic and creative on the wings. Like we literally had nothing on the left hand side of the field where Justin Hack was at. Once again, respectful to Justin Hack as a person, but him and McFarland, who's making his debut as a starter, like they had nothing going on over there. You know,
no overlap play, no nothing.
It was just, and then you forcing Santi Rodriguez to drag all the way over there. So basically, you're playing a winger, like 2 wingers over there, because with Justin Hack, and because one's not really doing anything, so you have to drag this guy over here. Then you leave a gap in the midfield. One
thing is you having somebody up there that, let's say McFarland can identify, like, oh, I know that they're gonna do something. Hack is not that player. So there's no if you're having this guy start for the first time, and now he has to rely on somebody who doesn't play this role almost ever. You have people just gonna be confused the whole time. Like, Grant, like I'm not getting into the nitty gritty of like tactical shit because obviously we don't do that here. But it just doesn't make sense on a simple like, hey, can these two link up together? No. One doesn't play that position ever, and the one literally starting his first time. And when did Burke Risa come in?
86 minutes for Santi Rodriguez. 87th minute for Santi Rodriguez, and
who? Because that was the scoring opportunity.
That was literally Park the Bus FC right there.
Yeah,
like okay, so we're legitimately just gonna go for the tie now.
Because it looked like when he did when he got the cross in for Bakrar's goal that when the VAR took out, he went down. So something he either like
put a little knock or something.
A little knock, or I don't know if it was from the hamstring. He walked off, but it would look like he took a little knock. So now, hopefully, it's nothing. But now now you know you're going in for just a one point.
Tie. Yeah, you're going for the 1 point, and it's like, come on, man. These are games we gotta win. We gotta be able to beat the bad teams on the road.
Bro, we're playing super.
Like if we don't beat the bad team, the good teams on the road, understandable. You can make an argument like, hey, you kind of weren't supposed to beat the good teams, but the bad teams. You're supposed to beat the bad teams. The Austin match was against not a good team, and we couldn't hold on to that. This match again, it was basically ours for the ticket. It was literally whoever scored one was gonna win.
Pretty much. That literally was it.
That was it.
Whoever gets one,
it was gonna be a win. The other team wasn't gonna tie. It was gonna be,
So it's frustrating if this is what we're gonna keep seeing because we're now at the point now of watching this team play, and we're like, we are clearly on the top half of like the East, like we're one of those teams that we have the talent. Now it really is getting down to, you're not putting in the right players.
Yeah,
that screen, the shot, not screenshot, but just the shot that was put on TV of Magno in the back,
just resting onto the post
chilling,
of the bench area.
Like, what are you gonna do, Mike Bryant? Like, what are you gonna do? I'm right here. What's up?
Get me out of here.
His face was like he had like a smirk.
That's what he was saying Nick's ear. And Nick Cushing's ear because... And I don't want to just say Magno. Because, okay, to a certain extent, if you don't play Magno, it's not surprising no more. At this point, it's not surprising anymore. But, Julian Fernandez. He's scored this season already. He's gotten minutes this year. But he don't play him as often as I would like, as he should maybe play since Malachi Jones is out now. You know what I mean? So, especially with Malachi Jones out. This is the guy who Malachi Jones pretty much took the spot over.
Yeah.
Jumped on the bench. So you mean to tell me he's not even good enough to... Like, Justin Hack is better than Julian Fernandez?
If I'm any offensive-minded, any forward player on that bench, and I see that happening in real time,
I'm asking questions.
Yeah, I have to ask questions. What have I done wrong?
Coach, tell me what I did wrong.
That you're not putting me in this scenario.
What do I have to do to get on the field?
Because it's not even like Justin Hack is coming in the 65th minute and
to secure the man.
He's coming. It's the 14th minute.
Yeah,
you're asking this dude to play
75 to 80 minutes
as a forward when you have forwards all on the bench,
and then have him track back to defense. The defensive part is the part where I expect Hack to play in that spot. But I don't expect to see Justin Hack at the 6-yard box trying to get a shot off or trying to get a header off or being an option to consistently receiving end of the cross.
It's just
like that's not someone who I expect there to be.
Crazy.
Even though isn't Justin Hack the first ever homegrown player to score a goal for us? I believe so.
I won't. Yeah,
Justin Hack. Yeah. He deserves that.
He deserves
that. But that's that.
You
know what I mean? If we were winning 1-0 in the 14th minute, maybe I'll put Justin Hack.
And at that point, it's still questionable.
Questionable.
Like, why are you being defensive so early?
It's still questionable. But you could almost make the rationale to it if you win at the end.
You got to ask questions.
If you win at the end 1-0, it's like, okay, that's all we had. That's as good as we're gonna get. But that's not what happened. We weren't even winning. It was still 0-0 early in the game. Like we just Andres Perea is way more talented offensively than Justin Hack on the creativity level. it's not a position for position sub at that point, bro. You mean to tell me also that between Tyus Magno and Junior Fernandez, you don't it's because you don't trust them defensively. Mike Andrew put in the little Paluminati chat in the sense of I'm sorry for bringing this out, but maybe he was put there to help McFarland defensively on his first start.
But then it's just again that, and sure, let's take that for that as that's his role. The decision to be that defensive against a team that is not good on almost all fronts of the ball.
Yeah.
You have the talent to be able to run past these dudes.
Yeah.
Bro, there was a moment there where Justin Hack got dribbled out and he just looked stuck.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to close this man in? Like, what's going on here? And granted, we haven't even hit on Sands, who honestly, he does a job. He can track back. You highlighted this good track back that he had. He was running really well. But again, the level of the opposition. Sorry, I'm starting to really believe, and this may be a hot take, or I don't know, whatever, that James Sands has really reached his. This is where he's gonna be. This is his level.
He's peaked.
He's peaked.
He's teetered off.
This
is who he is.
He is a great MLS player.
He's just a guy.
He is our guy here.
He's our guy here.
Yeah, he's our guy here.
He's our dude.
Pretty much.
It just has to do with long hair.
our dreams of seeing him in Europe.
James Sands, it's over.
Yeah, I don't think he goes to Europe. If he does, it's because someone's taking a chance on him.
James Sands looks like Uncle Fester on Ozempic.
Damn.
Look up
I know
the sunken in eyes.
Yeah,
he looks just like Uncle Fester, bro. Christopher Lloyd's on Fester.
He looks like he looks like he's been rocking. Like he's just like a rocker that has a job as a soccer player.
He looks like he works at the Guitar Center.
Yeah,
in the AV equipment side.
Yep.
You know,
he wants to be. He's just there, like, yeah, we can go with these cables, but I think these are better. Yeah. Nah. But I feel like this game...
He looks like a mailman.
Yes. Yeah. He looks like, stocky mailman.
You know?
But this match really showed... That's what it showed me. It was like...
He could have been the bus driver.
Nah. Bus driver... Because bus driver... He actually... No.
He's just a dude, bro. He's just a guy.
He's a dude.
He's our guy.
He's our guy.
My guy.
But not... He actually looks like my super. If you ever run into my super watch. But this is the level. Because if we're playing Chicago and we can't break this team down and Sands is having to track back the way he had tracked back in that play, bro, like what are we doing?
Yeah. Pretty much there's nothing much to talk about.
This game was mid. This game was horrible.
We tied. We went down in the standings. Let's look at Atlanta. Atlanta lost against Montreal. In Montreal, 1-0.
Yeah, and could have been demolished.
Could have been pretty bad. Atlanta's in a bad moment. This is another team that, holy smokes, we got to go out there and beat them. Even though Atlanta's been a boogeyman in Atlanta for us, I've been saying that in the past.
Yeah.
I feel that's a game we have to win. And if we're going to win, it's going to be like how I'm fully expecting us to win, 1-0. And I'm going 1-0. We have to win. It's a must-win game.
It's a must-win.
1-0.
Like
we can't beat Atlanta. Pack it up. It up.
I'm telling you guys right now. You guys are listening to this on Monday. If you haven't seen the Atlanta, Montreal, even the highlights, just watch the highlights. Atlanta does not. We should be able to cut them up because Montreal was cutting these folks up like crazy.
If we're gonna play the lineups, if Pereira's out significantly for at least a game or so, that means with Justin Hack, the lineup might be similar. Like Nick Cushing has a big decision to make. Go with a similar lineup that's kind of stale, stagnant, or spice it up and put a little bit of sazon on the left hand side.
This is midweek game, right?
Yeah, Wednesday.
So
who do you got?
I got
1-0 New York City FC.
It's rough, honestly. The way this game showed me this Chicago match, I think
don't be a coward.
I think I see a draw.
Another 0-0.
Another 0-0.
Stinker, huh?
Bro, because
snooze fest.
Look at this. Montreal got a 1-0, and they really should have been 4. Atlanta has nothing going for them. They don't have Almeida anymore. There's nothing happening for that team.
They don't got who?
Amada. Sorry, I said Almeida.
Yeah.
Amada. They don't have their playmaker,
Giacomakis.
and they don't have Giacomakis. So the team is in shambles.
Shambalaces.
We should destroy them, and I think we're still gonna do 0-0.
And then over the weekend we have Orlando City in Orlando. Orlando's another boogeyman who plays us really, really hard.
Yeah.
I don't like picking us to lose games.
They beat New England 3-1.
But it's hard for me to say with our current form that we're gonna go to Orlando, who's not a bad team.
Yeah. They're in there. They're with us fighting for that mid.
They're playing
East
fairly well right now.
So
they're in 7th right now. They're playing fairly well.
The thing is that they have players there that can actually put it on us.
They got a home stadium where it can be a little intimidating. That stadium.
No.
Look, their last 3 games they beat. Yes, it can be
Intimidating.
Their fans are intimidating, bro. Yeah, their fans are really ruthless out there. Hell yeah, they are, bro. They're underrated. Underrated fans, like their fans, like the insults they get underrated. They're up there, bro. All right, so they just beat the Revolution 3-1. They spanked DC last week 5-0.
They take care of their food, bro.
They beat up Toronto 2-1. All right, their last loss was against us in a few weeks back at La Janky.
So if we play again, on my only source right now is the Chicago match. If we play like this in Orlando, that's a L.
I'm gonna pick 0-0.
0-0.
I can't pick my team to lose, bro. I love my team.
It's like it's so teeter totter. Right now. It's the team has talent. Nick Cushing is just again showing us why we should be concerned for this guy going forward. Because why are you not playing players?
Yep.
That's literally it.
Let's see how it all turns out. You know what I mean? Everybody, let's get out of here because the Euros is about to start. You need to put that on, and I need to get out of here.
All right.
Listen, guys.
I think that's what's gonna be it. Come back. When we come back for a home match.
We don't till the Leagues Cup match.
Okay.
At the end of the month.
Yeah. What is it?
Querétaro.
Yeah, Querétaro. There you go.
Yeah, Querétaro. Yeah.
But I guess we will just be watching.
We'll just be watching us on the road. For the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, you want to maybe go to a watch party or go somewhere to watch the game? Maybe.
What's that's the 20th?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the 20th. We'll see.
Sure.
Bam, bam. All right, guys. Thank you for coming with us.
We love
on
you
this
guys.
little ride. Like, subscribe, the whole shebang, and hopefully we don't get flagged for this song. All right, yo. Peace.